Hi everyone. Today I'm going to be talking about my capstone project. I'm just going to be giving you guys kind of like an overview of what my project is about. Um, and yeah, so this is my project, Caregiving Lifestyle at Home. So I wanted to take a different approach for my project, and I wanted to talk about family caregivers who take care of their loved ones. Um, I think that there is a really big gap between family caregivers and taking care of their loved ones. Most of them, if not all, are not knowledgeable on how to really care for them, especially if they suffer from dementia or Alzheimer's. Um, and a lot of that comes with emotional, mental instabilities, a lot of stress, and a lot of burden that goes on to the caregivers. So I kind of wanted to really talk about why this is important, and also it is very personal to me because my grandfather did have dementia, and just seeing how hard it was to take care of him really opened my eyes to know that there needs to be a change. Sorry. So, what is CLH all about? Basically, it is an online educational website that is going to offer trainings and courses to family caregivers who are interested in taking them. Um, with that, there's going to be videos, modules, all of that on really how to properly take care of patients, and also how to work on dealing with the stress and the burden that comes with it. Um, and my next slide. As far as the innovation process goes, first thing is I need to do research in my area, in the nursing homes and also the hospitals, just to see what they're doing in the dementia and Alzheimer's unit. What do they give? What information do they give to the family caregivers, as soon as their loved ones are released? Because, I mean, most patients stay in the nursing home, but others opt to have them at home. Um, Also, what worked, what didn't work, how can we make this better? And my goal is to really just educate people on why trainings and courses are important during the family caregiving process. As far as the leadership structure goes, my vision is to create change for family caregivers, improving their well being, but also the care process for the patients. And within this, I'm going to be including, of course, the families, and nurses and doctors, because they're going to be the most important people throughout this whole thing. What will work for them, what wouldn't work for them, what did the nurses and doctors, what steps have they taken in the past, to really help families. As far as evidence goes, I actually found a study that interventions really were significant to many family caregivers. Um, and to obtain my own evidence, I'm going to be using quantitative and qualitative measures from the nursing homes and hospitals. Also, doing a lot of research about the policies in Connecticut regarding family caregiving. As far as my outcomes, I really just want to create a safe environment for the caregivers and the patients, but also I want to open a lot of people's eyes to family caregiving, and it's a lot of work. And I don't think people realize that it's a lot of work, and it really takes a toll on the caregivers, but also the patients as well. So Okay, so today I am going to be talking about kind of like the technology side of caregiving lifestyle at home website. So I kind of just have like a diagram of um, what the website would look like or how it would really function. So just the basic idea of it. So we start with the website, kind of like what the website entails, what it offers, and the website would go straight to the patient's laptop or tablet, just depending on what they use. You could even use your cell phone, whichever, you know, way best suits the patient. So obviously, the website and the laptop is used with the network, Wi-Fi, and everything is secured because we want to make sure that everyone's data and privacy is secured and there's no issues going on. So within that, the patient's laptop, tablet, iPhone, whatever they use, this would go straight to the videos, modules, and courses that is provided on the website. And all that information is used on a server and it is secured. Um, so the overall end goal of this whole technology process is to support the family caregivers and patients. Um, that's really the ultimate end all and be all. The technology is very simple. They literally just go on a website, sign in, log in, and start their videos, modules, courses, whatever they decide to take, depending on the subscription that they buy. So moving on to the financial costs and funding. So I kind of just lined everything up with the line items, and I did it for the first 2 years. So I guess we can kind of guess like this year in 2023. So this is just kind of how everything would total up to be. I kind of wanted to make it a little realistic. So this is the total for the first year would be 56,800, and then year two would go up another like 40,000, totaling $95,500. So the total for the first 2 years was $152,300. So obviously, um, starting a website is it could be a lot, it could not be a lot, depending on what you're doing. But I kind of wanted to branch out a little bit. And so um, this foundation, John A. Hartford Foundation, they were actually founded in New York and they work with a lot of organizations, other foundations, I believe profit, nonprofit, that help with older adults, elderly people, and just kind of like the lifestyle. Um, they have a lot of organizations that they work with and they provide grants with for family caregiving, end of life care, and all that stuff. So their main goal is really just to provide care for older adults and kind of just like change the whole healthcare system in a way, with how older adults are treated and how family caregiving is assessed. So I looked to see like what grants they had, and um, they're gonna offer me a grant for 200,000 just to get me started. Um, I kind of like the purpose of this is really to just educate family caregivers and also organizations, whether that's hospital, nursing homes, profit, nonprofit organizations, kind of like the importance of programs and why they're important to really better assist family caregivers because it really is a hard job. So Moving on to the yearly finances. Also with this, I kind of wanted to make it a little bit more realistic. In the first year, like I said, depending on the website that you have, um, it could either be good or it could be really bad. So, like I said, I wanted to make this kind of like realistic. So, the first year we made a total of $171,250, and then year two we made $812,500 with the total revenue of $903,750, um, which is a lot of money. So this basically comes from the subscription base, basic, standard, and premium, and kind of what the family caregivers wanted to buy. Okay, sorry about that. So as far as the family caregiving policy history, I did a little research, and these are just kind of the ones that I picked out. Um, of the policy, like in Connecticut and the United States as a whole. So there was actually a bill that was signed by our governor, Ned Lamont, in Connecticut. And this bill, an act concerning patient designed caregivers, was signed in 2015, so roughly about a couple years ago. So this bill actually supports caregivers with the post discharge care, and I honestly feel like that is really important because most people don't really know what to do when they get home to care for their parents, grandparents, whoever's really sick, especially when they have dementia or Alzheimer's. It's a really hard job. So I think that's really important to kind of just get some assistance and help from the hospital on really what to do. And then moving on, the Raise Family Caregivers Act of 2018 was passed by Congress. And this was really to assist the Department of Human Health and Services to identify education trainings, financial security, and care planning and service planning. I guess this can kind of tie into the post discharge care as well, especially on the service and care planning. Um, and then also the last one, which is fairly recent, this was a Congress bill to allow research for Alzheimer's and the Caregiving Trust Fund. So this was introduced into Congress. This is more research based on treatments for Alzheimer's and dementia, and education, counseling, and training programs for caregivers. So basically, more research on why the education, trainings, and programs are really important for caregivers and what steps to take to ensure that they receive it. And this is just an update of my references.